Hey, what's up? My name is Michael Dean. Of course, this is Work It Like a Job, PodcastJuice.net. I wanted to quickly talk about the expectations that we have when it comes to our friends and our family supporting our endeavors. And what I mean by that is, to be specific, let's say you want to do something that probably is historically something that is not done, let's say in your family, or maybe your spouse is not familiar with what you're trying to get into. For example, let's say you want to be a blogger, right? Now, a lot of times when you say, I want to be a blogger, or for some of us, it may be, I want to be an actor, or I want to be a musician, or hell, I want to be a congressman or something. A lot of times we would expect our friends, our family to be the main supporters of what we're doing. And for a lot of people, when those people don't show up, when your friends and family don't support you right off the gate, that can trip up a lot of people, right? A lot of people can be like, man, how come, my mom or my brother or something, they're not here to support what I'm doing. A lot of times it's not that your family or your friends or your spouse don't believe in what you're doing. It's a lot of them probably see these sort of abnormal or different types of career paths as foreign to them. Like they don't, how many people in your family do you know that is a congressman? How many people in your family do you know is a blogger or wants to be a podcaster, right? Particularly the older in the age scale that you go up, right? So like your parents may not know what the hell a blogger is. Like they may have sort of heard of that, but you wanting to be one, they're like, whoa, how do you make money with that, right? You're always going to get that sort of thing. Again, something that's that's not the norm. Sometimes you'll get frustrated because you're like, man, I expected this person to show up and help me, or I expected this person to put into what I'm doing. In a perfect world, yeah, those people would be there. But, the thing is, what I like to do and what I try to focus on are the people that do show up. Now, the first person that's got to show up is yourself, right? I mean, we're nothing if we ourselves don't show up. But what you'll find, what happens, particularly when you want to do a business, like you're doing a business online, and it involves, putting your stuff out there in the world. What I've found is the people that show up are the people that you didn't expect, are the people that you don't know. And all they know of you is the message that you put forth or whatever it is that you're putting out there. They just know that, and for whatever reasons that struck an accord with them, they saw the value in what you're doing, and they're your biggest supporters. Those are the people, I'm speaking to those who want to work it as a job, whatever that is. Those are the ones that you need to be focused on. Those are the people where you got to be like, okay, let me service. But you cannot waste your time. Let me be clear, you cannot waste your time wondering why, or being frustrated why, or being bitter that, this family member or this partner of yours or friend are not there. You can't waste your time with that, because that will trip you up. That happened to me a couple times, not recently, but when I was just kind of first doing things. Like when I used to do music, that was one of the things, like I always was like, I was expecting certain things to happen from other people. But you know what? I'm putting too much on people to do. And that was a detriment to me, because I'm letting my expectations of what I think somebody else is supposed to do mess up my flow. And that's one thing you don't have time to do. So all I'm saying here quickly is that focus in on the people who are at the party, right? Don't worry about the ones who didn't come in. And sometimes your parents are not going to get it, and it's not because they don't want you to make it. it's that they don't understand it. Maybe what you're trying to do, like, especially if you're trying to get online, and I'm going to be very clear here, for a lot of African Americans, some of us, not all, this whole thing is like, this not us. We don't do this. This is why you don't see as much representation online as you should. But that's changing. And hopefully this helps to change that. But I'm saying, you know what? Go for what you're trying to do. Don't worry about if grandmama and big mama and whoever don't get it yet. They will. A lot of times they'll get it once they see the fruits of the labor, right? And that's how sometimes family is. Or sometimes your friends, they just don't understand it. But again, we focus on the people who do see it. So that's a lot of times when you'll see the people who did show up for the party, the people who are supporting it, are people that you didn't know, but all they know is that, oh, what this person's saying is the truth, or what he said motivates me, or that was interesting, or that was entertaining. And that's all you got to focus in on, right? All right. Hopefully I did not bore you. My name is Michael Dean. The website, podcastjuice.net. Check it out. Work it like a job. We out of here. Peace.